out there? Hope you're doing well. We are doing everything we can right now here in LA, trying to take care of ourselves, take care of each other. We got it's a mess. It is a mess out here, but you know, we're doing what we can, trying to keep ourselves sane, keep our friends and loved ones sane. We've been, obviously, if you've been watching the news, we've been dealing with some fires out here in LA. So we're doing everything we can just to kind of keep ourselves, as I said, keep ourselves sane, safe. So tonight, I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. There's not these fires have really kicked my allergies into high gear. So super phlegmy, as you can tell. But I also know that I need to move. I was, the kids have been off of school. They've been out of school Thursday or Friday, and they came home early on Wednesday. Partly because, in case people needed to evacuate, they also need to come get their kids as well. The other part is, unfortunately, we've had a lot of teachers out here who they may not live in our area where we've been fairly safe, but they certainly live in Pasadena and other areas like that that have just been absolutely fucking decimated. So we're going to be doing some stuff here tonight because it's almost, with as crazy as it's been, and again, I'm fine, I'm safe. We haven't had anything, fortunately, again, knock on wood, happen to us at our house, but we have had people stay with us. We had our good friends come over and stay the other night because they live right by a running canyon where the fire broke out. So they came over with their 2 dogs and 3 cats, and we had a big sleepover. Fortunately, they had no damage at their place. But the idea of hey, you made it. Thanks for coming, Daphne. The idea of trying to put together some kind of workout tonight was really hard to do. It was really hard to focus on. So with that being said, my whole goal of doing this is to make sure people at home feel like they can work out along with me if they do or they don't have that equipment. So tonight, all you're going to need to follow along is a towel. Just a kitchen towel. I'm going to use this mat for mat work, but we're going to use this to get warmed up. I'm probably not going to do too much talking, but also at the end of this, I will be showing you what you need for the stream coming on Wednesday. Now, with that said, on Tuesday of next week, we are supposed to have really high winds kick up again. So if that happens, there's a really good chance I won't be doing this again on Wednesday. If there are no fires and everything's safe, I will be doing a 2-hour stream starting at 6 p.m. because we're going to be building something together. If you are able to get the parts in time, I want to make sure everyone has a few days to do what they need to do. But I know that people having their own equipment is sometimes an issue. People having their own weights or lack thereof is sometimes an issue. So we are going to be building some equipment on Wednesday that I think everyone will be able to use. And I will also be bringing in a skateboard to show you how I will also use some of this equipment. No, we're not skating. Maybe a little bit. Maybe we're gonna build some rails. Who knows? We're not doing rails. That's not my life anymore. But maybe skate some rails. We'll see what happens. All right, so if you guys are ready to start, I think I'm ready to start. I need that because that's what we're using. Clearly I'm a little discombobulated, but thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for being here. So let's kind of get started slowly. Again, I'm not going to be able to answer or look at my phone too much, but if you have a question while we do this, again, this is just a regular, well, because it's in a gym, we call it an exercise towel, but if it were in your house, it would just be a kitchen towel or a hand towel. I want you to fold it over. I want you to get one to make sure it's sturdy enough that you're not going to break it, right? Pilates, as we often talk about, we have our heels together and toes apart for Pilates position, Pilates stance, Pilates V, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I do not care. I skate like an old man these days, though. I'm very content to just roll around. You know, it's kind of like, you know, as you get older and you go to punk shows, you just kind of stand in the back and nod your head along. Now you go to the skate park and just kind of roll around on the outside of everything, staying out of the kids' way. So, all right, let's get started here. Heels together, toes apart. Take this towel, you're going to start with it down in front of you here. Again, you're pulling apart, we're not wrapping around. And we're going to focus on breathing. So we're going to inhale through our nose as we bring the arms up above your head. Pulling the towel apart. And exhale, bring it all the way back down. Good. Number 2, inhale, bring the towel up and down. We're going to go to 5. This is number 3. If you're like me, your shoulders are cracking. We're going to do one more, number 5. And back down. Now we're going to bring it up to your chest. Inhale, again, pulling apart, keeping the shoulders down as you pull back. Exhale, press. Number 2, as you pull in, make sure the shoulders don't come up here. Keep that neck nice and long. You know, it's going to feel like you're driving the back of the crown of your head from the back of your head up to the ceiling. Press out and back. Number 4. Number 5. Now from here, we're going to press up. Again, trying to rip this towel in 2. Inhale up. Exhale right in front of your face, down to the chest. Number 2. And down. Number 3. And down. Number 4. And down. One more, number 5. Now we're going to do it 5 times behind the head. Inhale up. Exhale behind the head. Make sure that you're not dipping the head forward, that you're pulling back. Again, we're doing this to stretch and open up the shoulders. Inhale up. Exhale down. Number 3. And down. Now, for whatever reason, you don't happen to have a towel, you can still do this. Just keep the intention in those arms. Number 5. And up. Good. If you need to, stretch those shoulders out a little bit. Get a little movement in there. Now again, we're going to keep those heels together, toes apart. Bring the arms all the way up, and we're going to come over and we're going to stretch. Now, as you come over to the side, make sure your arm's not coming down to the ear. Your head is staying between your arms evenly. And return. Inhale up and over the other side. And back. Number 2. And return. And back. One more on each side. Number 3. And back. And to the other side. Good. Now, I'm going to bring this towel behind me. My fingertips, as you can see, are facing this way. So it's something we do on the Cadillac, or mimic something we do on the Cadillac. This is a rowing series. So my heels are together, my toes are apart. I'm going to inhale, get tall, lift the arms up behind me, keep my elbows where they are as I bend the towel, and the elbows bend the towel to me, and then back out. 2. Number 3. Ooh, that's getting harder. Now we're going to come in, I'm going to press down below my glutes, lift the arms back, bend, bring the towel to the top of my glutes, and then press down. One more, number 3, out, bend, and down. And now reverse that. Drag it up to the top of the glutes, leave the elbows there as I extend the arms long behind me, and down. Drag up, press out, and down. One more. Up, out, and down. All right, now I'm a little sweaty. Now we're going to use this towel while we do mat work. And the nice thing about having this towel while we do the mat work is that it's going to create different tension in our body than we might normally have if our arms are just by our side. So, and again, if you have any questions, let me know. We'll see what we can do. I might have to slow things down a little bit because, again, as you can have a bit hard time breathing, but at the same time, I also feel better than when we just started. So, whew. The other night, we have a giant tumbling mat that we have at our house, and clearly, our kids have been cooped up. And they're 6 and 8, so they're nervous. They don't know how to sit there and say, hey, you know what? All this talk about the fire, it's kind of scaring me. So we're a little emotional. One of the things my son loves to do is wrestle. And after we wrestled for about 15 minutes, we all felt much better because we realized we'd just been sitting around, tight, worried about what's going on, not able to go outside. So we're going to keep doing this no matter how hard it is, no matter if my voice goes or not. But I want you to stand at the edge of your mat and cross your arms like a genie. Cross your legs. See if you can't slowly lower yourself down to the ground, all the way down, and then roll down with control. So we're going to use this towel and squeeze your heels together. Arms are going to come down right over my legs. I'm going to lift my legs up off the floor. We're going to pump for the 100. Look at your belly button as you inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 2, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 2. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 2. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. 7. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. 8. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. 9. 2. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And 10. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Bring the arm all the way behind your head. Keep pulling that towel apart. As you do the roll up, we inhale, bring the arms to the ceiling. Exhale, roll up one vertebra at a time and into the stretch. Now, if you've been tuning in for a while, you'll know I said if you have a hard time rolling up, you kind of kick the legs out if you need to. However, if you have this towel and you don't have any osteoporosis or osteopenia or neck or spine issues, you know your body, whether or not you should do this or not, you can bring that towel behind your head right at the base of your occiput. It's my favorite word. And you're going to gently curl up and see if you can't give yourself a bit of an assist here. And roll back down one vertebra at a time. So there's that option if you need it. Number 3, inhale up. And down. 2 more. Number 4. And down. And the last one, number 5. Inhale, roll up. And exhale into the stretch. And back down. Now for the roll over, I'm going to bring this towel underneath. I'm still going to have it here pulling apart. Heels start together. Come up to 90 degrees. Bring the legs up and over the body. Separate the feet. Flex the feet. And slowly roll down one vertebra at a time. Chance the Boxer. Thanks for joining us, baby. How you doing? Come up and over. Keep pulling that towel apart. Separate the feet. And roll down. Number 3. Inhale up and over. And separate. Flex. And roll. Now, we keep those legs separated. Come up and over. Heels together, and roll. Number 2, I don't know about you, but using this towel is actually helping me keep my shoulders down on the ground as I roll back down. One more, number 3. And come back, feet together, flex the feet, roll down. We're gonna pause at 90 degrees. I bring my left foot on the ground. As you can see, I still have the towel here. I'm pulling apart. I'm pointing the toes on my right foot. So I cross the body and up. 2, 3, keep that chin down. 4, 5, and reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to let go of that towel, bring that leg in, give myself a nice little stretch, and switch legs. Left leg up, again, toes on the left foot are pointed, toes on the right foot are flexed, starting across the body, around and up, rip that towel. 2, number 3, number 4, and 5. Now reverse to the outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And again, I'm going to bring this in to stretch. I'm going to kind of use this leg to pull myself up for rolling like a ball. Oh man. All right. So, here we are. I'm going to grab our ankles. And this time, I'm going to keep this towel here because I can actually kind of rip that towel apart and wrap down and keep my biceps a little bit more engaged because I'm pulling back. What it's also going to allow me to know is if I'm cheating, I'm pulling in here, right? Now, we want to keep the distance between our knee and shoulder the same, and heel and glute the same. So by pulling in here nice and tight, it's actually going to help you stay in that tight ball if that's something you've been struggling with. Do this 10 times. And number 2. And back. Number 3. Number 4. Pull that belly button to your spine to initiate the movement. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. And one more, number 10. And up. All right, now, the next thing we're doing is a series of 5. I'm going to be using it holding this towel. I'm sure I've talked about this before, but I'm going to talk about it again. When we do this exercise, every time I grab with my hand and pull in, I turn my powerhouse or abdominals off by that much. So when I don't grab, it actually makes this exercise harder. So if you find yourself struggling through this exercise while pulling the towel apart, don't. Put it down. This is about success. This is not about breaking you. So you're going to lay on your back. You have that towel right over your knee. If we wanted, we could pull in here, but we're not doing that tonight. So you're going to keep that arm long, bring this knee in, and you're going to switch. This is 1, and 2, and 3. My foot cramps for some reason. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, number 9, and 10. Good. Can you see this shit? What the fuck is wrong with you? Get out of here. Come on. Come on now. Come on now. That's enough of that. That's why I like your brother better. Yeah, you heard me. Alright, anyway. So, oh, is that what the problem is? Is it the cyst down there causing an issue? Hey, cut it out. Alright, sorry. Back to our program. So, we start with our arms here. Now our arms are going to be up a little bit higher. We're going to kick both legs out and in. Number 2, and back. Number 3, number 4, number 5. Now, single straight leg stretch. You're going to bring your arms up to where you can get the foot and shin to the towel. So you go 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if your abs are on fire too, that's all right. So now, knees to your chest, the arms go back by your ears, legs straight up to the ceiling, legs come down and up. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Woo! All right, now it's time for crisscross. We get a slight assist, again, by putting the towel underneath the base of your occiput and curling up. However, it doesn't make the work any easier. 2, we're going to 10. 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Woo! All right. I'm sorry, but I'm also not sorry. All right, so now we're going to take this towel, we're going to put it in front of you. If you're on a floor that slides, that will be very helpful. If it doesn't slide, this may not work for you. So you have your legs out nice and long, hands on the towel. For spine stretch forward, you're going to inhale, sit as tall as you can. Exhale, keep the shoulders plugged in, slide out, chin down, curl down, one vertebra at a time. Inhale, press into the mat, drag the towel back to you, stack your vertebra one at a time, and exhale, relax. Number 2, inhale, sit tall, exhale. Inhale, roll up. Number 3. Two more. Number 4. And back. And the last one, number 5. And up. Now we're going to do open leg rocker. I'm not actually going to use the towel for this one because I like to grab and hold here. However, if you don't have the mobility to keep your legs straight by grabbing the legs, you can certainly grab here on the towel and roll back and up. So whatever works for you, I'm going to go here, inhale, roll back, exhale, return. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. One more, number 10. Now I'm going to grab that towel again, get my feet together, grab those hands, and I'm actually going to do corkscrews. So I'm pulling this towel apart, my legs come down, around, and up, and reverse. Woo! And sometimes things get in the way, so make any adjustments you need to. Ow. Number 2, down, around, and up, and reverse. One more in each direction. 3, up. And now we sit up for saw. You gotta be kidding me. What are you doing? Alright. I'm gonna do saw here. So I'm gonna have this towel behind my head. And I'm pulling this towel apart behind my head. So I stay tall here. I lift, twist, and I try to bring my elbow down to my pinky toe. Up, twist, and down. Number 2. One more on each side. Number 3. And down. Now from here, I'm gonna roll over onto my stomach for a swan dive. If you've been tuning in for a while, you know I hate this exercise. However, it does have some benefits. So, I'm going to start with our towel like so. I'm going to start off with 2 cobra stretches. Bring my head down, and inhale, come up and stretch, and down. Now this time, on number 2, I'm going to do the exact same thing. On number 3, I'm going to shoot those arms out and rock back and forth while pulling this towel apart. Alright, here we go. Number 3, inhale up, and rock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And come to a child's pose. And fuck that exercise. Oh. Alright, now, single leg kick. So I'm going to be here with my towel as I pull this apart. Sitting nice and tall. I'm going to bend my right leg and try to kick my own butt twice. Kick, kick, switch. I cannot get there. I know some people who can, but I love this exercise because it works the hamstring and stretches out my quads. And after cycling quite often, not this week, but in general, number 6 is a really good stretch. Number 7, number 8, and my biceps are getting a massive workout for again from pulling this apart. Number 10. Good. Now, this is called double leg kick. So I'm going to bring this towel behind my back, and I'm actually going to use this for greater range of motion in my shoulders. And generally, we do this with our hands together. But if you have tight shoulders, grabbing a towel like so might actually make a world of difference for you. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to bend my knees to 90 degrees, kick 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Legs come down, body comes up. I open my sternum and come down and face the opposite direction. 1. Remember that stretch we did at the beginning? Well, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Legs down, body up, and down. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One more on each side. 1, 3. Legs down, body up. 1, 2, 3. And I'm coming to a child's pose. And stretch. Alright. Now we're going to go on to neck pull. And put my feet under this strap. And if you don't have a strap at home, if you have a weight or a medicine ball or anything you put in between, use that. If you don't have a strap, use this towel behind your occiput. Alright. So I'm just going to leave this off to the side. I like to interlace my fingers with my hands behind my head. As my hands are here, I'm gripping my hands, but my elbows are going to the opposite sides of the room. So I'm pulling my arms apart, hinge back 1 inch, bring my chin down, and articulate down 1 vertebra at a time. With control, inhale, roll up 1 vertebra at a time. Exhale into the stretch, pulling the elbows apart. Inhale, come up tall, hinge, and roll. Number 2, and down. Come up tall, hinge, and down. Number 3. Number 4. Last one, number 5. And down. Come up tall, hinge, and down. Now from here, we do something called high scissors bicycle. And you're going to bring those legs up and over the body and get your hands on your hips so that your elbows are on the ground. If you can't do this for whatever reason, just do it from here. All right, so I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to do scissors. So I'm going to bring this leg as far away from me as possible. And switch. That's the hard part. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to bicycle. So bring that leg around. Like you're riding one of those giant pinning farthies, what are they called? Those weird old school bicycles with one massive wheel in the front and one tiny wheel in the back. And that's 5 and reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. From here we're going to slowly roll down. Now we're going to do shoulder bridge. So for shoulder bridge, my hands go underneath my hips. If you're trying this at home and you don't have that mobility, you can just keep those hands by your side here. And the goal is keeping those hips perfectly still. So I'm going to put my hands under my hips here. Extend my right leg out with my toe pointed. Lift the leg up. Flex, bring it down. Same leg comes up. Same leg comes down. One more, number 3. And down. Now switch. Slide that leg back in. Slide that leg out, up, and down. 2, number 3, and come in, and slowly roll down. Over here we're going to do spine twist. So the difference between spine twist and saw is my feet stay together. This time instead of having my arms here, I'm going to keep my hands here. So I'm going to keep the shoulders plugged in. Inhale, sit tall and twist. And exhale, exhale, exhale. Every exhale, you twist a little further and try to go a little taller. That's where the hard part comes in. And switch. Inhale, exhale, exhale, exhale. Back to center. Now before we do number 3, if your feet are shifting, it means your hips and your pelvis are shifting. Try not to let that happen. Keep those feet perfectly still. And inhale. Now from here, we go to jackknife. And again, I'm using this towel because I'm going to keep pulling those arms apart and keeping tension, not just in the arms as far as pulling apart, but down. Hands are here. Inhale, legs come up and over the body to where at least the legs are parallel to the floor. Pressing the arms on the ground, lift the legs up, and slowly roll down. Try not to let the feet drop back towards my face. Number 2. Whew. Number 3. Two more. We can do this. This is Joe Pilates style right here. He used to come up and over, hold, 2, 3, up and hold, 2, 3, back down, hold, 2, 3, and roll down. Whew. It's a little bit harder, so you can see why a lot of people don't do that anymore. Number 5, inhale up and over, and up, and don't let the feet drop. All right. Now from here we're into the side kick series. So there's not too much we can do with this towel to make it that much harder for you, except keeping it on your foot so it's like a piece of laundry. No, I was kidding, I made that shit up. We're not doing anything with towel. But instead of having your hand press into the ground, let's bring this up here. This hand is going to go behind my head. So as our hands are here, you want to think about plugging the shoulder in to not just keep that lat engaged, but it'll help keep your powerhouse engaged as well. So what we want to do as little rocking as possible. So if you can't do this without doing this, keep the hand on the ground, right? So this is 3, 4, it's all about control. 5, 6, 7, number 8, number 9, number 10. Now come back down, 10 little leg circles. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, reverse. 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Now point your toes, lift the leg up, flex the foot, bring it down. Number 2, and down. Number 3, number 4, number 5. Now reverse that. Flex up, point down. Number 2, number 3, number 4. This is generally when you start to see other Pilates instructors gaze off in the distance and get lost. Because as much as we want to keep a mind-body connection, this shit's on fire. Number bicycle, come forward, bend the knee, extend the leg back and down. Number 2. Number 3. Now we're going to reverse. Go back, pull through, extend, down, and pause. Number 2. Number 3. Now, feet together. You're going to slide the legs back so the body's in a long straight line. I do recommend putting this hand down here just for balance, not to press hard. Because what you want to do is use the inner thigh on the bottom leg and the oblique on your side, whatever side you're laying on. Lift the legs up and hold and down. Do not rotate the hip back at the hip to get higher. That doesn't matter. Don't worry about height. Just focus on control. Focus on using the muscle and getting longer. And I lost count, so we'll say this is 4. One more, number 5. Now I'm going to bring this top leg over because I too aspire to be a pretzel. I want to focus on getting this knee to the ceiling. So I'm holding on to my ankle with this hand. I'm flexing the foot here so that as I do these bottom leg circles, it comes from my hip and not from my foot, right? So sometimes it helps to keep that foot flexed. This is 6, 8, 9, 10, reverse. 2, 3, 6, 8, 9, 10. Leg comes back in front, top foot comes back down, hand goes behind my head for big leg circles. So we want the distance forward to be the same as the distance backwards, keeping that upper body nice and still. Number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. Come on, stay still there. Now reverse. 1, that's it. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Then you're going to take the towel and wipe off some sweat. Now let's do the other side. Whew. You guys still with me out there? How are we doing? Doing alright? Living the dream? Good. Alright. Need some tea. I'm thirsty. Need some water. Also, if you're just watching at home, enjoying yourself, feel free to have a drink every time I say the word so. Oh, shit's good. I wish it was scotch, but it's not. Another time, maybe. Not tonight. Alright. Here we go. Hand behind your head. Whew. Now, just so you know, this is your first time doing this. Your second side is going to burn out on you sooner than your first side. Because this entire side was working to keep me stable while I did the other leg. So it's already slightly taxed. So don't walk away from this going, oh, fuck, I'm so much weaker. No, you're just that much more tired. Don't worry about it. And weaker. All right, inhale, come forward to kick. And I'm back. That's 2. Number 3. 4. 5. 6. Number 7. Number 8. 9. And 10. Good. Bring that leg back down. 10 little leg circles. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Reverse. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now point your toes, lift the leg up, flex the foot, bring it down. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Now reverse that. Flex up, point down. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Bicycle. If your leg is burning like mine, you're doing a great job. Number 2, if your leg isn't burning, go fuck yourself. Number 3, and now reverse. Go back. I'm just kidding. Number 2, back. Number 3, come down, feet together. Again, bring that hand down if you need to help with balance. Lift the legs up and down. Number 2, number 3, number 4, and last one, number 5. Now, top leg comes over. I'm going to flex the bottom foot. Now, for me, this hip is a lot tighter, so I really enjoy pressing out, getting that stretch. I feel it all the way up here in my hip. Flex that bottom foot and circle. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Reverse. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to bring that top leg back down. Hands behind your head. Big leg circles. Bend leg forward, up and around. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. And 5. Now reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent. Woo! Hit a little bit if you have to. My side's burning as well. I hope you're enjoying that burn there. Not the fires, of course, but the muscle. All right. So now we're going to do the teaser. We're actually going to do a variation of the 5 types of teasers that there are. So teaser 1 is when we hold the legs out up in the sky. So let's go and grab that towel, because this is really going to help you. Keep tension in that body. You're going to bring your knees to your chest. Kick the legs up. The heels see how the toes apart. I'm going to roll up, reach for the toes, find my balance. Reach the arms up to the ceiling. And roll down. Now teaser 2, you roll up, arms come up, keeping that upper body nice and still. The legs come down and up. 2, 3, 4, come up on 5, and everything goes down. Now teaser 3 is also known as the full teaser. So the head and feet leave at the same time as the arm rolls. The arm comes up, head and feet come up, reach for the ceiling, and roll down. Teaser 4, we do, it's called an oblique teaser. Now this is a little bit harder for some people, so drink. I want you to bend your knees, put your feet flat on the mat. We're going to do both variations here. So the oblique teaser, with my knees bent, I'm going to stick out my left leg. Whichever leg is stuck out is the direction you're going to rotate. So I roll up, I reach for the toes. I twist to the left, and I roll down. I stay twisted, roll up, twist back to the center, arms come up, and roll down. Now we're going to switch. So knees stay glued together. You're going to inhale, roll up, reach for the toes, twist to the right, stay twisted as I roll down, stay twisted as I roll up to work that oblique, back to the center, arms come up and down. So now, unassisted, we do it, roll up, twist. So this is where we have that teaser 1 come in again, up and down. Roll up, twist, down, stay twisted, up and down. Now, pretty sure teaser 5 was Joe Pilates' way of saying fuck you. But you're going to roll up, and my feet circle one way, my arms circle the opposite. I'm not making this up, I promise. I just do it better than you. Up and down. Sorry, I can't help it. Can't resist. Had to throw that in. All right. Now, just gonna lay on our stomach. And we're gonna do teaser here. There's some swimming here. Yeah, all right. That was nice and long. Sorry, lost in thought. Pick the instrument and swim. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come to a child's pose and stretch. All right. Now, from here, we're gonna do seal. No. No. No, I lied. We're gonna do boomerang. All right. So, this is actually a fun one to do with the towel if you can get it to work for you. I'm gonna cross my right leg over my left. Sit here, towel underneath me. Sit nice and tall. I'm gonna inhale, roll back. I cross the legs behind me. I come up. I reach over the towel as I fall down. I reach for my toes. Bring those arms back. Grab the towel and lift the arms up to stretch. Reach that towel forward and stretch. All right. See if I didn't start that wrong the first time. Number 2. Inhale, roll back. Cross those legs. Come up, reach for the toes. Bring those arms back. Lift the arms up. Reach forward and finish the stretch. That's how you start it in front. Number 2, inhale, roll back. Cross. Grab the towel as you roll it. Find that balance. Bring this towel back. Lift up. Circle the other way. Finish the stretch. Sit tall. Roll. Cross. Come up and bounce. Bring the arms back. Lift the arms to lower the legs. Reach forward. Fun little coordination moment here. All right. One more on each side, because the right leg should be on top. Inhale, roll back. Cross the legs. Come up and bounce. Circle back. Lift the arms up to lower the legs. Reach forward to finish the stretch. Sit tall. Cross. Come up. Bring the arms back. Lift the arms up to lower the legs. Finish the stretch. Now from here, we're going to tell the side where you seal. Because who doesn't like feeling silly? Now, this is about working the muscles on the inner thigh here, right? So I'm going to clap 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Roll back. 1, 2, 3. I'm not using my arms. 1, 2, 3. Now this next one we're going to do, if you have bad ankles, I'm going to highly recommend skipping it. This is called crab. I'm going to come back. I'm going to help cross my legs, come up and over, and this is to strengthen and stretch my neck. Roll back, cross, come up and over, and stretch. Woo! Now, as I'm here, I am scooping those abs in up and I'm stretching in the stretch. I'm not collapsed, right? So I'm going to stay nice and tall. Roll. Last one. And from here, I'm going to go into control balance. So my leg is up, forearm back here, and I'm going to try to switch without falling down. This is probably the hardest exercise for my body. Trying to get that leg up to the ceiling. Getting there. And come down. Now from here, we're going to do rocking This can also be a very uncomfortable one. But remember those leg kicks we were doing to stretch out your quads? Well, here we are. Now we could wrap our towels around our ankles if we wanted to, but then I feel like we're making a different video, so we'll talk about that later. You know, lift your head and straighten them up. Now this just might be enough of a stretch for you. And come on up and down. But if you can, you're gonna come up and stay up, and you're gonna use your breathing to rock. A different way to work those abdominals. And now I'm going to come to a child's pose and stretch. And now this last exercise are push-ups. That's actually going to lead right into what I'm going to talk about and have us do on Wednesday. I will be here Monday, but we're doing 2 hours on Wednesday so we can build something. I'm going to talk about that in just a second. But stand back at the edge of your mat. And I actually don't like to stand on a padded mat for this. I like a really nice hard floor for my wrists. I'm going to start with my heels together and toes apart. Bring those arms up to the ceiling. Now you remember that roll up that we did at the beginning? I want you to do that now. What I mean by that is I don't want you to shift the hips back to bring the body down. I want you to bring those arms forward here. Bring your chin to your chest and slowly roll down. Bring those hands right to the floor in front of you. Now, as controlled as you can without shifting your hips too much, we're going to walk out in 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, my hands are directly underneath or a little behind my shoulders. So again, as I come down, I want that elbow at 90 degrees. 2, 3, 4, 5. Walk those hands back. 2, 3, 4. Roll up. 1 vertebra at a time. Now if we can, I'm going to focus a little bit on balance so those arms come up. And I'm going to lift my heel to bring my upper body down to the mat. And if you've been hanging out with me before, you know what else that can lead to. I'll stop talking and try to exercise now. I'll walk out on 1, 2, 3. Leg stays up. I come down with control for 1, 2, 3. And from here, I keep the leg back. I lift the upper body to lower the leg. And I switch. I lift the leg to lower the body. Come all the way down to 90. Hands come down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Reach through that back leg. Come all the way up. And up. And that, minus a few exercises, is pretty much all of Joseph Pilates mat series. So, thank you for joining me. As I was going through a bunch of this, I was realizing how much more I actually needed this than I realized. It's a real privilege to be here and do this with you 3 times a week, and I didn't realize how much I was really enjoying doing this with you 3 times a week. I liked it. It was fun. It was a really fun an experiment. But then after everything happened and realized how quickly this can all go away, I realized, fuck no, I love this. I love being here with you guys. I love talking to you guys about all this crazy shit, whether it's Pilates, kettlebells, and stuff. So, thank you very much for joining me on what has been an extremely mentally dizzying week here in Los Angeles with people we know losing homes and things like that. But we're not going to go off too far into that. What we are going to talk about Wednesday. As I said, I will see you on Monday. But on Wednesday, instead of going at 7 Pacific time, we're going to go at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Yeah, thank you. It's been a bit of a crazy week. I've never packed an emergency bag before. Had a kit, but never like this. But with all of that said, last week, what I found out, and one of I think the reasons why I've also been driven to do this work and help you guys do this work alone at home on your own, is that someone who was very influential in my life between the ages of 8 and 11 passed away from early onset Alzheimer's last week. And if you ever got to go ride a skateboard with me, this person is the reason. I'm gonna talk more about him another time. But one of the things that I admired the absolute most about this guy is that he could make anything. So any rail slides that we used, he made himself. Of course, this is also the 80s, so it's not like you just buy this stuff online. Launch ramps, quarter pipes, half pipes, he made it, we skated it. So I think that's where a lot of my original punk rock DIY mentality comes from, is trying to emulate this person that I respect and admire so much. And one of the things that I've said from the very beginning, that my mission of doing this is to make this accessible to you, whether or not you have this equipment around your house or not. So I thought, what better way than to make sure you have your own equipment at home to do this. If you look around this room, which you really can't too much from this angle, but that giant weird looking sex contraption over there, it's called the Cadillac. You've seen me use it a few times. The Cadillac was the last patent that Joseph Pilates ever had. Or that, I should say, that's the last patent that we know that he did, that I know of. But I believe that was 1958. So nothing in this room can't be built with technology from the early to mid 1900s. And one of the things that you have seen me use in this room numerous times, or that you saw me use at home, is the Gratz Pilates push-up device, which Joe used to make all this equipment himself, or his brother Fred made it, and so this was clearly originally done on a lathe. And it's great, it's fantastic craftsmanship, and it's an amazing piece of equipment. However, that'll run you about $475, $500. I can afford to buy myself a set of push-up device like that. So, yeah, I know a lot of parents hate us building things in the garage, skating at that time. But the idea of building it yourself, on Wednesday, we're going to be building your parallel device for you to have at home that you've been seeing me use numerous times. If you follow along, a few weeks ago you saw me use one of these at my house to mimic a reformer exercise on the floor. But there's more to it than this, right? Because what I want you to do is go out and not seal this on as tight as I have sealed these on. No, that one's going to be there. But just so I can show you, I'm going to take this apart. And again, we're going to dive into this a lot on Wednesday. But this piece alone here, right, that I have screwed together, is 2.5 pounds. Now, you've seen me use hand weights in here. We have hand weights underneath the reformer. That's 2 pounds. So, if you are looking to, I don't know, maybe get some cheap weights at home for stuff that you can experiment with, and you want to use this while you work out without this piece on here, this is 2.5 pounds. You can do Pilates with that. Now, the other part of this is, yeah, Chance, someone did get their half pipe or their launch ramp thrown away because someone's asshole brothers and their friends wrote swear words on it. But we're going to talk about that another time, maybe Wednesday when I can bring that shit up with everybody. Anyway, but with this combined, this is also 10 pounds. So if you don't have weights at home and you're thinking, I need to start working out, I want to start lifting weights, I don't know where I can start, we can make this so many different weights for you to use up to 10 pounds. And as you're using this here, this is a bicep curl. If you don't normally do bicep curls and you do 3 sets of 10 with a 10-pound weight, so let me tell you something, it's going to be a really big difference. And if that becomes too easy, then guess what? You do it here. And guess what? That's really fucking hard to do. Or on top of that, we take this, and if we really want to work on grip strength, we can work on overhead presses here. Or, making sure we don't turn on the sprinklers, we turn this upside down, and now I have to focus really hard on grip strength to press this up. So, when you go to the hardware store, and yes, that is where I bought all of this stuff from, this top bar is 18 inches. Now, I did mine 1 inch, right? This is 1 inch in diameter. And I did that because that's all they had available at the time. Ideally, all the parts I would do would be 1 1/4 inch thick, but obviously that's going to add a little bit more weight. Now, also keep in mind, you're your own craftsman, so I'm not going to take responsibility. I'm going to show you how I put mine together. If you don't put yours together well, that's on you. But this will cost you about $120 for both if you go with the metal pipe, right? If you decide you want to go to a cheaper route, and again, this is about your craftsmanship, not mine, it will also be a lighter route. You can do this with PVC pipe. And again, I would certainly go 1 1/4 inch, if not thicker on that, just for the durability of it. But that way you can cut it yourself. You can make one of those for about $45, right? So we're going to be doing this build. So what you're going to need for this crossbar, you're going to need 18 inches to 12 inches. I also have it set, if you want, you can do 12-inch long instead, all right? You're going to want to get these as soon as you can. Sorry, let me go down the list first. You're going to need 2 18-inch bars, 2 elbow joints, all right, so if you can't read that, as Josh said, fill the foam insulation with some foam. Yeah? Oh, all the way up there, perfect. Yes, for some for extra strength. 2 of these, 4 elbow joints, 2 T crosses, right? T joints. These on the side, these are 4 inches. This is, I believe, went with 8 inch, 7 inch, 8 inch, right? So you're gonna have to put this together yourself and these end caps. Now, what I did, I went and bought these. I had the other set that we're going to be building together. Yeah, exactly. Fill that with foam insulation. But these come greasy, right? So they don't rust out. Also, I will say, this top bar, this is black steel. I do a little mix and match. The black steel is cheaper than the galvanized steel. So again, work within your budget. But this is absolutely fucking solid. And again, it's 10 pounds. So what the other things we can do with this, we can focus on actual deadlift technique. Right? I have just enough space for me. Now, if you need a bigger stance, this probably won't necessarily work for you. But I can still get my feet inside to keep my back nice and flat, as you see me do numerous times with swings, here and down. just all sorts of different stuff that we're going to do with this. So I'm looking really forward to doing this with you. However, I'm going to do this recording on Wednesday, and it will be up for 24 hours. So you'll be able to go back and reference it. After that, I'm taking it away because there are going to be other plans for this. So if you're getting on this for free now, congratulations. I want you to do that. But at the same time, there might be bigger things coming down the line with this. There might not. Who knows? Everyone has a great exercise idea until it's not. So we'll see what happens, and hopefully I can get mine going here, and you know, we'll just play around with it. Any questions? Anything you guys want to add to any of this? Chance, Chris, nice to see you. Glad you could join us. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. That is, no truer words have been uttered. Well, maybe some have, but I like where your head's at. All right, guys, I will see you Monday, and then again, as long as those winds stay down, I'll also see you on Wednesday. I'm just gonna be hanging out, drinking tea, putting those push-up devices together, and then we're gonna use those to work out. So I hope you can join us. I hope the weather stays with us. And if you do have any questions between now and then about what you should buy, what you shouldn't buy, feel free to reach out on whatever social media platform you're most comfortable with. I am the Pitbull of Pilates, pretty much on everything. And so that's who I am, and that's how you'll find me. All right, guys, enjoy your weekend. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I love you all. See you Monday. Bye.